No dictator, no invader, no oppressor can hold an imprisoned population by fear, intimidation, and force of arms forever. There is no greater force or power in the universe than the need for freedom. Against this power, governments, tyrants, and armies cannot stand. Those that oppressed us in the past learned this lesson once before. We will teach it to them again. Though it may take 50, 100 years, we, Biafra, will be free. My fellow indigenous people of Biafra, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has now transcended into legend. The great man is now a living symbol of freedom. The Biafran struggle has become a moving train and cannot stop till its destination. Biafrans, make no mistake about this. We are engaged in a twilight struggle for freedom. Our enemies are prepared and ready and zealous. We must also begin to prepare our minds and our people for this twilight struggle. As we mark the end of 2018, I hope that you all enjoy the festivities and your families, but never lose focus on our destination. And as the new year of 2019 dawns, I hope the Nigerian federal government calls off the elections and opens peaceful liaisons and negotiations with our representatives. However, if the Nigerian federal government does not respond positively to us till the election, we can only conclude that the government's intentions are negative as their actions have always portrayed. At this stage, we will have reached the point of no return. However, before we reach this point, my fellow Biafrans, we must start to prepare our minds and begin to face the stark realities. We cannot just sit back and be waiting for a signal to begin our preparations. History does not work in that manner. We must begin to support our brothers, especially those on the front lines, like the BSMS, Biafra Special Military Squad. I am not and have no affiliations to the BSMS, but I recognize their necessity. They are our own militia, loyal to IPOB, that will protect lives of our families and property of our people. For those of us in the diaspora, we must begin to organize and prepare ourselves for wave after wave of protests. Wherever we are, there is no country on the face of this earth that you will not find a Biafran. In fact, 1 out of every African in the diaspora is a Biafran. After the Chinese and Indians, Biafrans are the third most spread out people in the world. We Biafrans have a global reach, and we must be ready to make our presence felt. We must be ready to clench the fist of that reach. As for me, I have nothing more to lose. When the time comes, I am ready to go out in a blaze of glory and honor. in the name of freedom. It is hard enough to watch the videos I already have, seeing innocent Biafrans being killed, and I am tired of crying now. A point will come when I will lose control. I do not want to threaten any nations or humans with asymmetrical fundamentalist warfare, but if I have to, then needs must. My brothers, it is what it is. We must all begin to prepare our minds, ourselves, and our people. The struggle for freedom is not won by prayers alone. Heaven help those who help themselves. I know these were not the dreams or futures we had when we were all growing up, but we must all begin to steel our minds and start thinking about guns, bombs, and using them. Our enemies have grown up with bloodlust, and as we can see, they readily show their zeal. Action time comes when words are no longer loud enough.